Hello friends, welcome to maths class from my exam coaching classes. So today we are going to study chapter number 3 of your mathematics, that is trigonometric functions. So when we talk about trigonometric functions, initially the chapter starts with what is an angle, then what is a degree measurement, then it goes to what is radian measurement, then we have a comparison how to convert a radian measurement into a degree measurement and a degree measurement into a radian measurement. These are the initial topics of the chapter. But when we talk about a radian measurement, this is a new thing for you. Till 10th standard we have not studied a radian measurement. So radian measurement is a new topic which you are studying in 11th standard. Let us go to radian measurement. Before going to radian measurement, let us see what is a degree measurement and a revision only. So suppose I have an initial side like this. I have an initial side and let this initial side is equal to OA. I am taking this initial side as OA, and what I am doing is from OA to get into the terminal side I am moving this way. Moving this way means I am moving anti-clockwise. When I move anti-clockwise, suppose I am moving up to here and I am reaching here. From here OA I am taking this line up to here. Now the OA is here. So initially, or you can make it as OB or OP, whatever it is. So from OA I am taking this line up to here. That means I am moving this line in this much angle. That angle I am denoting like this. So this is angle theta. So when I move, students, when I move this way, that is anti-clockwise, then the angle which I am getting is called a positive angle. And the same way, if I move towards this side, that is clockwise direction, in this direction. Initially what happened? I have moved in this direction, that is anti-clockwise. When I move anti-clockwise direction from this side, anti-clockwise direction, the angle which I am getting is called a positive angle. And from here, if I move clockwise direction, and suppose my terminal side is here, and the angle which I am getting here, that is theta 1, that is a negative angle. So now you have a clear idea what is a positive angle and what is a negative angle. Till 10th standard, 9th standard, 10th standard, what we have learned is an angle, but we have not differentiated them as a positive angle or a negative angle. But as far as your trigonometric functions 11th standard is considered, you have to differentiate, you have to understand what is a positive angle and what is a negative angle. So let us take it this way. If this is the positive direction of x-axis, if this is the positive direction of x-axis, and from here, this is the origin suppose, and from here, if you move this direction, that is anti-clockwise direction, the angle which you are getting is positive, and if you move towards clockwise direction, this way if you move, the angle which you are getting is negative. So I can say this is a positive angle and this is a negative angle. So from positive direction of x-axis, when you move anti-clockwise, it is positive angle. When you move clockwise downwards, it is negative angle. So now you have an idea of what is a positive angle and what is a negative angle. Okay. So now if I move this is the initial side and this is the terminal side. If I move this terminal side exactly up to here, making an angle 90 degree, so I will get this angle will be equal to 90 degree. So similarly, if I move it up to here and making a straight line, so this angle will be equal to how much? This angle will be equal to 180 degree. Similarly, the full rotation if I make, I will get 360 degree. So we know that if a line is made like this and I made this line to make a full rotation, so this angle, what I am telling, this angle, so this angle will be equal to 360 degree. So this angle will be equal to 360 degree. So you have a clear idea of what is a degree measurement. The one full rotation is called 360 degree, students. One straight line up to this much, that will be 180 degree. So these all are new, not a new thing for us. We have already studied all these things in our small classes. Let us go to understand what is a radian measurement. So what is a radian measurement? We'll see that. So we are going to learn what is radian measure. So what is radian measure, students? Radian measure means, radian is a unit of Angle can be expressed in terms of degree. Similarly, angle can be expressed in terms of radian also. So let us first understand what is 1 radian. So suppose for understanding that, let me take a unit circle. So this is a unit circle. What do you mean by unit circle? Unit circle means a circle in which the radius is equal to 1 unit. So let me take this radius is equal to 1 unit, and this is the center, and let this is equal to P. Radius is equal to 1 unit. 1 unit means it can be 1 centimeter, it can be 1 meter, 1 unit. Okay. So accordingly, taking 1 unit as radius, you are making a circle that is called a unit circle. So what we have taken? We have taken a unit circle. So we know it is a unit circle and the radius is equal to 1. Now from P, start moving till Q. Start moving till Q in such a way that the arc length PQ is also equal to 1 unit. Arc length PQ is also equal to 1 unit. Radius 1 unit, arc length PQ is also equal to 1 unit. That means we are taking the arc length which is equal to radius. Arc length which is equal to radius. We have taken radius is equal to 1 unit, and we are taking arc length PQ which is also equal to 1 unit. This arc, I am talking about this arc PQ will subtend an angle at center. This angle is called 1 radian. So radian is denoted like this, students, 1 radian, like a small c. Degree is denoted like what? Degree is 1 and like a 0, 1 degree. Radian is 1 and c, so 1 radian. So what is actually 1 radian? 1 radian is that angle which is subtended at the center by an arc length of 1 unit in a unit circle. Very important, we have to take a unit circle. A unit circle means a circle in which radius is equal to 1 unit, and in that circle you are taking an arc length of length equal to radius, that is arc length also equal to 1 unit. The length from P to Q is also 1 unit, radius is also 1 unit. If you take the radius and arc length equal, then the angle subtended at the center is called 1 radian, isn't it? So here arc length is 1 unit, radius is 1 unit, so the angle subtended at the center will be equal to 1 radian. If I take arc length 2 units and angle made, then it will be 2 radian. Similarly, if I take arc length 3 and angle for 3 radians, 4 radians, like that. In a unit circle, if you take arc length is also equal to 1 unit, then the radian is 1 radian. If you take in a unit circle, arc length is equal to 2 radian, 2 of the radius, 2 times of the radius, then the angle subtended at the center will be equal to 2 radians, like that it goes. So if I continue like that, suppose I am starting from P and I have completed one full rotation and I am coming back to P. Understand very clearly, students, nothing difficult, very simple. From P, start and complete one rotation and come back to P. So it is understood the length will be equal to circumference of this unit circle. What is the circumference of a unit circle? Circumference of a unit circle is 2 pi r. But 2 pi r, but r is radius is 1 unit here because we have taken a unit circle. So what will be the circumference? Circumference will be equal to 2 pi into 1. That means 2 pi only. So that means when you complete one full rotation, the arc length will be equal to 2 pi. That means in a unit circle, when you complete one full rotation, the angle subtended will be 2 pi radians. 2 pi radians. Very, very important. When you make a arc length which is equal to 1 unit in a unit circle, radian is 1. If you take arc length 2 unit, radian will be 2 radians. If you take arc length 3 units, radian will be 3 radians. Similarly, if you take the full circle, the arc length will be equal to 2 pi, so radian will be equal to 2 pi radian. I hope it is very clear to you. In any circle, if you make one arc length is equal to 1 unit, arc length is equal to 1 unit, radian will be 1 radian. Arc length 2 unit, radian 2 radians. Arc length 3 units, radians 3 radians. Arc length, full arc length Full arc length means it is a circumference. So circumference is equal to 2 pi r. R is 1 here, so we have taken 2 pi into 1, so 2 pi. So 2 pi is the arc length. If arc length is 2 pi, then the radian will be equal to 2 pi radians. So but we know that in one full rotation we make 360 degree, and in terms of radian measure we have seen it is equal to 2 pi radians. So from here we can understand what 360 degree will be equal to 2 pi radians. One of the very important relation we have seen here, 360 degree will be equal to 2 pi radian. If this is correct, then I can say 180 degree is equal to pi radian. And one of the very important relation you have to study from this chapter, 180 degree is equal to pi radians. Anytime if I ask you, you have to tell me pi radian is equal to 160 degree or 180 degree, I'm sorry, pi radian is equal to 180 degree, or 2 pi radian is equal to 360 degree, and 180 degree is equal to pi radian, or pi radian is equal to 180 degree. So degree and radian relation is this: 180 degree is equal to pi radian, or you can say pi radian is equal to 180 degree. Kindly note it, then we will go to the next part. We have seen the important relation, 180 degree is equal to pi radian, or you can say pi radian is equal to 180 degree. Using this, we have this important relationship. So 180 degree is equal to pi radian. This is what we have studied. Let it be here. So now the question is asked in your chapter, in your exam, how to convert a degree measurement into a radian measurement, and how to convert a radian measurement into a degree measurement. This is a very common question which is asked in your exam. So first let us see, we have pi radian is equal to 180 degree. So what will be 1 radian? 1 radian will be equal to 180 by pi degree. So one of the very important relation we got, 1 radian is equal to pi 180 by pi degree. Let us write that also here. 1 radian is equal to 180 by pi degree. Similarly, we know 180 degree is equal to pi radian. So that means 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radian. 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radian. So we got that also, 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radians. So we have very important informations. 180 degree is equal to pi radian. 180 degree is equal to pi radian. So from that we have derived 1 radian will be equal to 180 by pi degree. 1 radian is equal to 180 by pi degree, and 1 degree is equal to 180 by pi radians. So you have to remember these 3 equations, then you can easily complete your first exercise. So 1 degree, pi by 180 radians, 1 radian, 180 by pi degree, and 180 degree is equal to pi radian, or you can say 2 pi is equal to 360 degree. 2 pi radians is equal to 360 degree. We have seen what is a degree measurement, we have seen what is a radian measurement, and we have seen what is the relation between a radian measurement and a degree measurement, isn't it? Now we have a very important formula here, the relation between angle and arc length and radius. Relation between angle, arc length and radius. So angle is theta, arc length is L, and radius is R. So we have the formula, theta is equal to L by R. Very important formula. We have a arc length here, L, and this is the radius, R and R. This arc makes an angle theta at the center. Then we can say theta is equal to L by R. Theta is equal to arc length by radius. From here you can say arc length is equal to theta into radius, or you can say radius is equal to length by theta. So you have to remember theta is equal to L by R, one of the very important equation. So what all are the important informations we have studied till now? We have seen what is a degree measurement, we have seen what is a radian measurement. Now we have seen what is the relation between a degree measurement and a radian measurement, then how to convert degree measurement into radian, and how to convert radian measurement into degree, and the important relation between radius, arc length and angle. So theta is equal to L by R. So based on this, let us go to our first exercise 3.1 from your NCERT book. So let us solve some of your important questions selected from your first exercise of chapter 3, that is exercise 3.1. So the first question is, we have the question, find the radian measure corresponding to the following degree measures. Find the radian measure corresponding to the following degree measure. First part is 25 degree. So we have to convert this 25 degree into what radian? We have to convert 25 degree into radian measure. That is what we have to do. So now we have the formula here. What is the formula? 1 degree is equal to what? So we know 180 degree is equal to pi radian. 180 degree is equal to pi radian. So 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radian. Similarly, we know what 1 radian is equal to 180 by pi degree, and we know 180 degree is equal to pi radian. So these are the formula we have studied. Apart from that, we have seen theta is equal to L by R. So these are the important formula we have studied. Let us write the formula here. So it will be very easy for us to pick the formula and apply. So what is the question here? 25 degree. We know 1 degree. So we have 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radian. So we want 25 degree. So 25 degree will be equal to 25 into pi by 180 radian. So 25 and 5 we can cut. 5 how many times? 5 times. Here 5 how many times? 36 times. So I can write 5 pi by 36 radians. So 25 degree will be equal to 5 pi by 36 radians. Isn't it easy? It is very easy, students, how to convert degree measurement into radian measurement. To convert a degree measurement into radian measurement, whatever degree is given in the question, you have to multiply that by pi by 180. Whatever degree measurement is given in the question, you have to multiply that by pi by 180 to get the answer. So to convert degree into radian, you multiply by pi by 180. To convert radian into degree, we have to multiply by 180 by pi. So that we have already studied here. So kindly note it, then we'll go to the next question. Okay. So can I remove it? Good. So next question. So I am taking next question, question number 2, part number 3. Question number 2, part number 3. Find the degree measurement corresponding to the following radian measurement. Radian measurement is given to you. You have to find out the corresponding degree measurement and use pi is equal to 22 by 7. Answer question is 5 pi by 3. 5 pi by 3 radian will be equal to how many degrees? That is what you need to find out. So again, you are converting radian into degree. To convert radian into degree, 1 radian is equal to 180 by pi degree. So we have to do what? We know 1 radian is equal to 180 by pi degree. So we have not 1 radian here, we have 5 pi by 3 radians. So 5 pi by 3 radians will be equal to 5 pi by 3 into 180 by pi. So I can cut this pi and pi. Yes, I can cut this 3 and 180 60 times. So 5 into 60, I got 300 degree. So 5 pi by 3 is equal to 300 degree. Now you have a clear idea, students, how to convert degree into radian and radian into degree. What we have to do? If you multiply 1 radian is equal to 180 by pi. So that is why we have multiplied 1 radian is equal to 180 by pi. So we want 5 pi by radian, that is equal to 5 pi by 3 multiplied by 180 by pi. So when you convert radian into degree, you have to multiply the given radian by 180 by pi. When you convert a degree into radian, you have to multiply the given radian by pi by 180. So very important rule. Okay, kindly note it. So what is our next question? So question number 3. Question number 3 is, a wheel makes 300 revolutions in 1 minute. Through how many radius does it turn in 1 second? A wheel makes 360 revolutions in 1 minute. Through how many radians does it turns in 1 second? So what is given here is, a wheel make 360 revolutions in 1 minute. So students, you know 1 minute is equal to how many seconds? 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So we can take this as 300 revolutions in 60 seconds. So in 60 seconds, we have 360 revolutions. That means 360 in 60 seconds, that means you can cut this 0, that means what? 36 and 6, cut 6 by 1, that means 6 revolutions in 1 second. So question is asked, how many radians it will make in 1 second? How many revolutions it will make in 1 second? 6 seconds, 6 revolutions. So 6 revolutions means when you make one full rotation, the angle made is 2 pi radian. How many revolutions it will make? 6 revolutions. So in 1 revolution, it will make 2 pi radians. Therefore, in 6 revolutions, 6 into 2 pi is equal to 12 pi radians it will make. So the question is, in 1 minute, a wheel rotates 360 times. So through how many radians it will rotate in 1 second? That is the question. So in 1 minute, 360 rotations. That means what? In 1 second, 6 rotations. One full rotation, we know it is equal to 2 pi radians. So 6 rotations, 6 into 2 pi, 12 pi radians. Very simple, kindly note it. Okay, so let us go to the next question, students. So what is the next question? Question number 5. In a circle of diameter 40, the length of the chord is 20. Find the length of the minor arc of the chord. So we have a circle. Its diameter is 40. So what is given? Diameter is 40. That means radius will be equal to 20. And in that circle, we have taken a chord. Chord length is 20. So this chord length is 20. Let the chord is equal to PQ. So from the center, this length and this length are radius. Diameter is 40. So radius will be 20. So this will be 20 and this will be 20. So here what are you getting? You are getting a equilateral triangle. What is the property of equilateral triangle? Equilateral triangle, all 3 sides are equal and all angles will be equal to 60 degree. So this angle will be equal to 60 degree. So what is asked in the question? What is the arc length of the minor arc? So we have to find out this length PQ. This length PQ we have to find out. So we have a formula here, theta is equal to L by R. So we have angle is equal to arc length by radius. That is, angle is given to you 60. 60 means, see, we have 60 degree. So always take it in radians. 60 degree is equal to pi by 3 radians. Why we have taken 60 degree is equal to pi by 3 radians? Because we know 180 degree is equal to pi radians. We want 60. We want 60 degree. 60 degree is equal to what? 180 by 3. So this will become pi by 3 radians. 180 radians, 180 degree is equal to pi radian. 180 degree is equal to pi radian. So we want only 60 degree. 60 degree will be equal to pi by 3 radians. So 60 degree is equal to pi by 3 radians. So I am taking angle pi by 3. Angle pi by 3 is equal to arc length. Arc length L. That is what we need to find out. L by radius. Radius is given to you 20. So 20 centimeter. So what is L? Here we have 3L, cross multiplication. 3L is equal to 20 pi. So L is equal to 20 pi by 3. So this is the required answer. So arc length L is equal to 20 pi by 3. That is the required answer. Kindly note it. Okay students, so that's all from this class. So in the next class, we will learn more about the trigonometric functions and their equations, their values and problem based on trigonometric functions. Okay, study well, take care, bye bye.